Hey, my name is Mike Vaughn, and welcome to the Video Attic. So I used to do this for Geek Vibes Nation, and now I'm doing it over here on my own channel. So bear with me. I'm still sort of figuring out how I want to do this format. But I'm glad you're here, and uh, I'm really excited because in this show, I help you discover the latest home video releases. Um, Horror, action, comedy, everything you can think of. And the one unifying thing is um, I have a lot of fun talking about them, and I hope that you enjoy hearing about them and also just being able to keep up with all the home video releases that are coming out because it can be very overwhelming. So that's what I kind of aim to do with this show. And also, I am having a drink, which is called Feed the Monkey from a local brewery. So, hang out with me. Like I said, I'm going to have a drink and we're going to check out some really cool home video releases. And I'm really excited because, man, there is some really good ones. So, cheers to that. All right. Longtime fans of the Video Addict, prior to it being on my channel, will know that I love Warner Archive. I think they are amazing. They've always done like top notch home video releases. And that's what we're going to start with. And I'm going to go through these and yeah, so first off, we have The Rain People, which is a kind of early Francis Ford Coppola movie, and one that I was really excited about because it was one of those that was kind of missing in my Coppola filmography. So, got that one. I'm a huge fan of Anthony Mann, who is like a really great director. He worked in a lot of genres, but I think he's kind of known for his westerns. But this one is The Devil's Doorway with Robert Taylor. So I don't know if westerns are your thing, but I think they're really awesome, and I think Anthony Mann is somebody that's very much worth discovering. So now we're getting into some genre stuff with The Mask of Fu Manchu with Boris Karloff. And this is great because this has a audio commentary by Gregory Menk. He is an author and a film historian. I actually got to meet him, and he signed a bunch of his books for me, so that was awesome. So yeah, this looks spectacular. I love the upgrade. Um, and yeah, Mank's commentary is excellent, so I highly recommend checking that out, and also checking out his books. And he's, like I said, he's a heck of a nice guy too. All right, so this one I'm just over the moon excited about. It is Scooby Doo on Zombie Island double feature. Um, Older millennials will definitely be very nostalgic for this, but that's not to gatekeep. Everybody can enjoy this. But yeah, I'm really excited. Did not really care for the sequel, but I love that they're both here on Blu-ray. That's so freaking cool. All right, next up we have Friendly Persuasion, which is a William Wyler film. He's another director that you might not necessarily know his name, but you've probably at least heard of some of his movies. And again, I think that he's a filmmaker that's sort of worth checking out. He's not really like, I don't know. I don't think he ever like reached the fame of like Hitchcock or any of these other directors. But yeah, I think he's a director that I think is pretty consistently good and worth checking out. All right, so now we have definitely a much newer movie comparatively, and that is You're a Big Boy Now. And I have to say, I don't really know too much about this title, but this here again is another Francis Ford Coppola title, which was really cool. And again, between this and The Rain People, it's two more Coppola movies that are on Blu-ray now. So if you're a fan or if you're a completist, there you go. And for the final Warner Archive title, this is The Nun Story, not to be confused with The Nun in the Conjuring movies, but I mean, I would like to think that they're maybe connected somehow. But yeah, this is definitely one of those big, splashy, high budget movies. Yeah, all right. So now. Uh, this week is really cool because it's a nice mixture of highbrow, lowbrow, no brow at all. So I'm just gonna like start getting through these. Mondo Macabro is quickly becoming one of my all-time favorite labels. Like they've never put out a dud, in my opinion. And so we have Dr. Jekyll and the Werewolf, which is a early 70s Paul Naschy film. And y'all, if you're not into Paul Naschy, you are missing out. You should check out his stuff. We're living in an amazing age where a lot of his stuff is out on home video, looking really great. And yeah, does not disappoint and has a ton of special features. And again, this might be a release that's not necessarily on everybody's radar, but I definitely think should be. And that's why I hope you tune in because I got you covered on some of these more obscure but really cool titles. And you know, I need a drink as well. So, all right, this was a title that I'm not excited to talk about just because it's a very touchy subject, but I think it's a really awesome release. It's Blue Underground's 4K limited edition release of Goodbye Uncle Tom. And we're going to really check out this packaging here. Here's the back. Here is the extras. And yes, this is a very probably divisive film. I think it's it's a very specific part of film history, and it's up to you if that's something you're interested in or not. But this is a really nice release. It's got the 4K disc. It's got the Blu-ray. It's got a soundtrack and disc of extras and a booklet, and we will check that out. So, and yeah, so no, that was my dog. So now we're getting into like some more mainstream stuff, but again, I like to have a really nice mix. So this is the Ocean's 11 trilogy. This is a really nice set. It's got got some heft to it. So it of course ports over everything from the previous releases. And it's got like the this style, which I think is preferable. Nice slipcover. All right. So here on out, it's bangers. Okay, it's just. Ugh. We got the Crow Blu-ray, or sorry, 4K back here, and look at this beautiful Steelbook here. I mean, just stunning. And I know there's a lot of like controversy about the remake. I've made some videos on that. You will never ever beat the original. So that is very cool. And if you're wondering, this ports everything over, but this also has a new feature called Shadows and Pain Designing the Crow, which is really awesome. So it gives you a little bit more bang for your buck as well if you're kind of on the fence about upgrading. Now we have like one of my all-time favorites, and I was so insanely excited when I heard this was getting a 4K release, and that is Cemetery Man um, from um, from Severin. So there was a limited edition release that I believe had a booklet. This is the standard release, which um, you know it has everything disc wise. You just don't get the book, but it's still a really great release. It looks amazing. There is so many cool features. Um, I even own the complete Dylan Dog comic series, which this is what it's based on. They tried to do a Dylan Dog American adaptation, and it was awful. But we won't talk about that now. So now we got Dune Part 2. And I know this has been out for a little while now. Going forward, I want to do this more regularly. I want to do this like bi-weekly, and but it's and if you haven't seen this movie, it's so good. It's excellent. I was never really a Dune fan until the movies, and now I'm like really loving the series. I'm loving the books. Okay, so we got American Sniper, which maybe not a banger, but I know it has a fan base, and I think that really obviously fake baby is like one of the funniest things in a mainstream big budget movie. So if you want to relive that moment in 4K, here you go. Here's the back and slipcover, same as cover. Next two titles I'm going to be talking about is from Lionsgate, and they're doing the steelbook versions of their it's their like classic movie line. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on that. But this is a nice Blu-ray steelbook version of The Lair of the White Worm, which is awesome. It's a Ken Russell film, and if you don't know who Ken Russell is, he makes or did make some of the weirdest movies and some of the weirdest like studio movies. He also did Gothic, which is another just banger of a movie. But yeah, this is crazy. It's an insane movie. I fucking love that this got re-released in a nice looking steelbook. Um, 80s horror movie fans, The Gate. And this is another one that is really awesome. This artwork is fantastic. And yeah, as a pair, like bring it on. Keep doing more of these. That's really, really awesome. And like just look at the like wealth of features on these. This is a newer title, and that is the Bob Marley One Love biopic. Really nice steelbook here. And Magic Mike, which, is it's a fun, cheesy movie. I mean, it's one of those very intentionally cheesy movies. I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm not a hater either. This is really cool. I love Film Masters. This is another series that I've been reviewing for quite a long time, and I love like what they call like Hicksploitation, which is exactly what it sounds like. And this is the Backwoods double feature: Common Law Wife and Jenny Wife slash Child, which yuck, but And again, a wealth of features. And this also comes with a book. Film Masters usually always has like a booklet or something to go with their release. And they always have amazing stuff. Like, you really should check out all of their titles. They just did one that was, I think, one of my favorite releases, which was their release of Tormented, which is such a fun bad movie, but it also has the MST 3K episode as a bonus feature, which that's always great. So I always like to end on a banger, like a real like this is just so awesome. And we got the complete Powerpuff Girls. So it's DVD only, which, if I'm being honest, is a little disappointing. But for use for use, cheers. For those of you who have been following my reviews, they generally have releases like this, like their animated stuff. I would say just be super careful with these. They're not the most durable, but they are probably the best option for a big multi-series set like this. You have a booklet which breaks down on what's on the discs and stuff. And I don't think there's anything new, uh, like anything like spectacular or anything. It's just a port over from the previous releases. As you can see, one of my discs came out already. That's no shade on Warner Brothers. It's just, like I said, I think it's the best option with these big like series things where um, this is a little bit more economical versus getting everything in its own sort of individual case. Which would honestly be nicer, but again, this is you do save a lot of money it being more streamlined like this. So that is like one good thing about how they kind of package these. So really nice case. I like the design. It's very simple, pretty classic. Yeah. So also, I'm sweaty. I'm sorry. It's not like that. I'm a weird sweaty ogre, which maybe I am, but um, it's tough recording with the fan on, and so I got to suffer for my art a little bit. But y'all are worth it, so you can hear me ramble on about these movies and TV shows. But I had a really good time, and I hope you did too. I hope this feels like a fun hangout with me talking about some cool upcoming and or new stuff. And like I said, it's very overwhelming. And I feel like if you want to just sit back, relax, be sort of updated on like what's coming out, I hope you consider subscribing. And like I said, I'm going to try to do this more regularly. Probably this is going up on a Wednesday, but I'm probably going to try to put this up every other Tuesday. And once I do get into a regular thing, um, it will be a really good time, and I hope you had a good time now. And thank you so much for, like I said, hanging out with me. Maybe having a beverage with me or not. And I will see y'all in the next video.